Hello, peeps! I am Tidbit, me and my figures are girls, and today's showcase is of Ultra Magnus from the Target exclusive 4-pack, which is why this trailer is here, and why Bullseye was in Horrible's video, because it just fits the vibe. But I'm not going to do the other two out of the 4-pack of Nemesis Prime Animated and Bumper, because I've already done those molds. You can check out those videos in the playlist below. But today, we're focusing on Ultra Magnus in their oh-so-wonderful White Optimus Cab mode. I want armor for this so bad. I will put that at the start of the video so I don't have to say it for the rest of it. You know my thoughts. But let's remove the little guns from the back and the axe that fits on this peg, which, if we just bring in the Earthrise trailer once more, you can put it into the slot, and it works. So, point for compatibility, which I love. And now we have a very plain, empty back, very clean back of Ultra Magnus, and I really can't see a robot here, which is one of the reasons why Optimus was chosen, because it's so hard to see that there is a robot in here. But I assure you, there is one. So let's get down to transformation. First is probably the most complicated step, because you're going to rotate it on a point that it shouldn't be rotated at. And there's a point connection here and a point connection here. And so what we're going to do, just kind of grab the little ladder and then just pull away till it goes like that. And then we can see the two connection points of this spot that goes here, and then this spot that went into the side here. And so it rotates up like so, and then we can just pull it out like that and just set it here so it's just out of the way, and do the same on the other side. Like that. Next, we can lift up the tires that go on this little notch here. Or you can just move this hip skirt out and then move the tires. Now, we take the whole back, pull it forward, flip up the toes, and engage ankle tilt. Put the skirt back and just put the wheels to where you want them to go. Next, we take the arm, we move this part down, like so. Then we can rotate the fist outwards and the lights in. You cannot go the other way. It doesn't work like that. Then, boom, there you have a fist. And you do that on both sides. Fist out, lights in. And then finally, you can come to the back, open up the backpack, and flip up the head. And then make sure it's all nice and level, so that way this spot can come and click into place, and boom. Here we have Ultra Magnus. In their little tiny adorable mode, I really, really like this. They've got a lot of articulation, even though it's supposed to look like the classic G1 toy. And it's got a lot of functionality, because you've got these smokestacks here that can rotate because they're standard peg size. Boom. And you can put stuff there, and it's so cool. You can even, as I said in the Horrible video, you can put Horrible's head on the side, and boom, here is Beast Hunter Magnus. So we'll put that back to the side. And then there's one final accessory we haven't seen yet, and that is you can open up the chest, and there is a little matrix in there. Look at that. It's all, if we move it, it's all transparent plastic. Come on, focus. But there is a tiny little blue splotch in the middle that looks really neat. And then this is a standard peg size. So you can, like, since this is also a standard peg, I'll just show that you can put the matrix on a lot of different things. Come off. But we'll just stick this back in here, so it's all nice and safe. And this is like the perfect, for my own works, this is going to be a perfect stand-in for Prima because they've got the Matrix, they're white, they look like Optimus, and they come with a blue energy weapon, being the axe. I really like this. It's pretty solid. The one thing I don't exactly like is that because of how small this little circle is, it's hard for other characters to hold it with much bigger fists. So it becomes a game of who can hold the axe? And then we've got the two guns from before. This is the classic Optimus, and as you can see, mine came with a few scratches on it. This just came out of the box. This is where it was being just held with the zip ties, plastic ties to the box, and it just ended up like this. But we've got the guns here, and we've got this slightly bigger gun. I like it. I like that the two guns are different, so they can... But they're also close enough because the stocks are kind of the same. It's just that this one's thicker, strangely. This one's thinner, even though the gun is bigger and this gun is smaller. But they have their own little purposes. And then, how I like to display them with all of their weapons is I like to put the classic blaster in the left hand and this on the back. And then also put the axe in the right hand. And then boom, she has all of her weapons and becomes a very formidable foe. But we're not here to see how dangerous Magnus can be without her armor. We're here for fan modes as well. So let's get on with that. So what we are going to do, we do not need the axe at all. So it will just sit down here, but we will need the guns and to separate the smokestacks. Like so. So the first thing you are going to do is open up the back, flip the head in, and then don't close this. Next, we are going to take the hands and flip them away. You can leave them out for extra detailing if you want, but this is the standard mode that I go with of just this figure and its packaging give you all the stuff you need for this fan mode. Next, take the wheels and move them as far as you can back, like so. Then, take the legs, rotate at the thigh, and then split like so. Bend at the knee, flip up the ankle, tilt, and do the same on the other side, till it all kind of looks like this. Then, open up the window, and set this down on the ground so you can level out the arms, like this. And, well, that doesn't really look like much, but we need these bits, remember? So, take the guns, put them on the side you prefer, because there are peg spots here, and here. And this is what I call the main configuration with just these two guns. But you can also just take the smokestacks, put them on the toe peg hole, and you have these little tiny guns, and look at that. It is a turret platform with a big old blue button to push. And it really works with these little tiny guns that have their own articulation that can go in some pretty crazy directions. And then you've got the two main guns that you can slide around or even pose up and down and out like so. And it's headmaster size. You take them about here and look, boop, they push the button. Everyone dies. Yay! So, thank you for watching. You can support me by liking the video, sharing it around, commenting your thoughts, checking out the playlist for previous videos, and subscribing to be notified when new ones come out. Bye-bye!